All right, so this has been dried for a few days, and I thought, I don't know if you remember, when we used to make these, we used to turn them over upside down and remove the cardboard. On my particular property, I could care less if this thing had cardboard. When I put it and I buried in the ground a good inch, it's not moving after that point, and nobody's going to be lifting. Nobody will even know it's removable, first and foremost. Secondly, if they do, who cares? But if I was going to sell this rock, I wouldn't want that garbage inside. It just looks bad. Now, the imagery of that cardboard is going to be molded into this inside, and that doesn't bother me if somebody sees, oh, this guy must have used some sort of cardboard to do this. I could care less. Right now, though, for your purposes, I was going to take this out. We've got this rock and that rock. That rock was made with the frame, the corners, the L's that go on stoves and refrigerators and dishwashers that we get free from Lowe's, and I just made a frame and then sheeted it. This one's all cardboard. It's got a cardboard box in the middle and then just cardboard. It'll peel out somewhat more easier. Now, keep in mind, I did not oil this, and what can happen is the paper that's on the cardboard that's on the touching this can actually bond and stay in there. Now, in the past, we had that problem before we oiled them. We would just wash it, let it sit for about an hour, and then scrape it off with a wire brush. You can get it off, but I'll bet you right now when I go to pull this off, the paper's going to stick. Now, pretty much all the cardboard is out except for that first layer of paper that you're seeing in there. And that, with a little bit of spray of water, you can take a wire brush to it and you can get that out. Some of the shinier areas back in there is actually the tape, and that's molded that tape perfectly. Now, sometimes there's a piece of tape there and sometimes there's not. I'm thinking there's no tape right there because I remember pulling it off. The mud has molded that tape and made an exact copy of it with the sheen. It's so smooth. And that's all the way, anywhere there's tape. Some of the tape still remains, like right here, and you're not getting that out pretty much. Now, you could take a torch to it and burn it, but that's just not wanting to play ball right there. Some of that just came off. But again, look where I just took that off. Still very shiny. I took that off and it's smooth. It feels like plastic. The cement has picked up that mold. The tape has acted as a mold, and we just cast it. And you can see the imprints of paper, of the cardboard in here. You can see the wrinkles and everything. It's picked up all that. But for our purposes today, this rock is ready to stain. And I'm looking now, remember when we were outside just now sanding? We could knock that edge down a little. It's a little bit of a outer edge, and that can chip off. So I usually knock that down. It's just slag. And that kind of should have been knocked down with the sanding. I mean, you turn your rock over and you look at that edge all the way around to make sure it doesn't have that extra sticking out, because that can chip off. If you stain that and that chips off, now you don't have any stain there. But keep in mind, this rock does get buried to an inch depth at least, so that you never see that edge. So it's not really that big of a deal. Now, I don't remember, I'd have to look back at the video. I think that this rock should weigh in at about 90 pounds. And it's something I can pick up by myself and move but at the same time, it might be a better thing to have two guys to do it. And or let's get down to thin shell technology. I could make this no more than a 1/2 inch thick with increased strength muds, and those formulas and stuff are available to you. I do sell a DVD course. It's a 15-day DVD course, and it's got all the formulas and techniques that I'm not even showing you now. So this is just a real quick tutorial on how to make a cardboard formation, and it doesn't have to be an individual rock, as you've seen from my other videos or the other images I put on here with this video with the cardboard. Oh, I just broke it. That rock ain't gonna break. In fact, I thought about how am I gonna get this from over here to there by myself without calling anybody here? And I thought about it. I'm just gonna roll this over to the shop door, and I'm gonna lean it up and let it slide off, and it may hit and bounce. It'll be on the gravel right outside the apron of the shop, and it may get even a little dirt on it. I'll pressure wash this when I'm pressure washing my other thing. That will clean any dirt off, and I'll stain it. I'll roll it over there if I have to. I don't think I can pick this one up, and certainly I was thinking about the cardboard on this. This rock has got to be 120 pounds. And I'm thinking, can I move it? I was gonna take the rock, the cardboard out for you. It's not that bad. It may even be less than that, but this is gonna be a whole nother thing to try and get this will be harder just because it's not supple, easy, thin cardboard to remove. You know, I'm getting some of it off. But as I said, I don't really even care on this one to take it out. It doesn't bother me if it stays in there. So anyway, that's that rock.